Hello guys and welcome to loot from 10 hours of Locust Riders and Scarab Mages. So the Locust Riders are these guys in the Sophanem dungeon, which you can enter after contact quest. They're usually killed for great range XP, and also they drop quite a lot of nice noted drops, so they add up really nicely over time. So here's the gear I used. I used the bandage D'hide set, except I changed the helmet for Armadillo helmet because I could afford it. It's really cheap, like 4 million GP. I also used a Fury, Barrow's gloves, a twisted buckler and a dragon crossbow. This was all the cash I had available, so I tried to spend it all as efficiently as I could for the greatest range bonus that I could get. I also had the regular Avis accumulator because I'm a scrub and I don't have the better version yet. I also used broad bolts because they're really cheap and I don't see no reason for using anything better because that will take money away from your profit. Of course you can use better if you want to. Also, using a cannon here is a mandatory thing because it's a multi-area and the point is to use a cannon. I was also using the Ring of Wealth Eye because they drop a lot of coin drops, like 2,000 to 3,000 GP per time, so they really add up. And I was also trying out the Archer's Ring Eye, but turns out that for me it was around the same, so I just decided to use the Ring of Wealth Eye, because I think that way you actually might take a little bit less damage because there's less looting. But both of them are pretty nice. At the beginning I was trying out the Bones to Peaches tablets, but I kind of figured out that they're not worth it because looting the bones takes so much of your time and the bank is pretty close, only takes like 1 to 2 minutes to bank, so it's not bad at all. Usually my inventory would be like having the cannonballs in it, 2 to 3 prayer potions, 1 stamina potion and 1 range potion. But if you're higher than like 70 agility, you don't really need the stamina potion, but maybe a sip when you're low on run energy could be good. But I'm only 61 agility, so it was very helpful to take a sip every trip. You also need a light source, and if you have a regular light source, you will also need a tinderbox. So the Cantarine headpiece is a huge recommendation for this because they cannot put it off, so you don't need the tinderbox. Also, these drop a lot of alcohols, so having alk runes in your inventory is really recommended also. And I was actually using the rune pouch to have the alk runes in there and to also store the blood runes I got from the drops. And I used monkfish for this method. Sometimes you can get stacked quite a lot of damage, so some people think that monkfish is not good enough, so you can bring something better, but I think it was enough for me, and after 1 to 2 hours of doing this you will actually get the hang of this method, and there's pretty much no real threat after that. Although I was near dying a few times, but I didn't actually die any times during these 10 hours. So here is most of the loot. I sold a few herbs that I collected, like 2 of each, that I just tried to fill my inventory when I was going to the bank. So I sold those because it wasn't anything really significant. Probably only like 100,000 GP worth of stuff. So the stacks are looking pretty nice. And the cash stack is also super nice. Most of it is from the cash drops, but also some of it is from the alcohols. I actually managed to get 3 dragon spears, which I don't know if it's lucky or not. I also got 1 dragon med helm, but I alked it because it was more profit when alking. But you hit the rare drop table pretty many times when you're doing this for longer times. And also the loop and tooth halves you get there is pretty insane. You get like 1 to 2 every trip you spend there, so very nice drops. And the profit for this method will vary quite a lot because of the prices of the ores, and the fish, the uncats and everything else. But when I insta-sold everything, it ended up being 15,365,000 GP, made from all of the drops, alkables and everything. So after that it was time to reduce the supply costs. So in total I used 26k cannonballs, almost 1k monkfish, 87 prayer potions, 17 stamina potions, almost 2000 broad bolts, 300 nature runes and 14 ranging potions. So I'm just going to buy all of those back, excluding the cannonballs because the buy limit is less than what I used. And I'm just going to calculate how much I used on the cannonballs. So after buying everything else except the cannonballs, there's 13 million GP left. And then calculating 26,363 cannonballs at 216 GP each is 5.7 million GP, which is actually a lot of money. So it turns out that this method is actually only around 800,000 GP profit an hour, which is of course quite a lot of money, but I kind of wanted it to be around 1 million GP profit. But the profit is not at all everything in this method. This method on average got me 89,287 range XP per hour, which is very nice for a profitable method. So almost 90,000 XP per hour. And during making this I was around 88 range, and it shouldn't really matter what range level you are, because most of the XP will come from the cannon, and all that matters is your range attack bonus. But of course you will be hitting a little with your crossbow or whatever you choose to use, so it will be a little higher or lower depending on your level. Also, a good method is to use a blowpipe, but I think it's not worth it. The XP will be like probably 10% more, but it will cost you a lot more. Also, for this method I think you should have at least 70 defense, but 80 to 90 is very much recommended because they hit quite a lot sometimes. But anyway guys, thank you for watching. If you like this one, leave a like and subscribe. Also, leave comments down below if you want to see some of your methods in these 10-hour loot videos or any other kind of videos. Also, a huge thanks to all my subscribers and new subscribers. I really like the support I'm getting from you guys. And as always, have a great day. Mr. Grauman, out.